I've shared with you on that video, I'll put in the card here, how I read the book about the Swedish Death Cleaning years ago now, and how I'm using it to help me decide what I really need to keep and what I need to give away for, a way of intentionally going through all the stuff we have in the house, right? Because it can be an emotional process. I spoke to you on that video where I'm talking about the Swedish death cleaning of my mom passing. So I came back to the UK with a few stuff of her. That was one of her top that does not fit me and doesn't fit any of my kids. And that's one, and this one was one of a favorite dress. It was a set and none of them fit me. And guys, I had a whole luggage of her stuff, like scarves. I've gave a few to my daughter, my eldest daughter, that she's still using today, and I have heaps. I've gave them all to charity about I don't know, maybe 2 years ago, but I'm still holding on these two. This morning I went to my daughters and I was like, do you want these? They're like, no thank you, I'm sorry. And nothing to do with not wanting Mimi stuff, but no thank you. And so ready to let them go. Then my youngest daughter told me, do you want to turn them into cushions? Like covers for the cushions. I'm still debating about that. This is where downsizing can be an emotional process. And I want to share with you a few ways, reading and using the Swedish death cleaning method did help me to go through that process more smoothly. Earlier, I will put the picture somewhere. I was sorting out a few boxes. Sorting out your stuff, and knowing what to keep, when to throw away can and will be an emotional process, because everything that you have has a memory attached to it, right? I just shared with you the things of my mom. I just kept this one out of the luggage that I had full of stuff. I had a small bag. I got rid of it, sorry. Who has like my mom glasses? There was a lot of old things that I would never use. I was keeping it just for her, as a memory of her. And these two things that I have left, that I'm still debating if I put it in the charity box, the donate box, or do I cut it and make cushion covers out of it. I don't know yet, but maybe after that video I'll make a decision. And the kid pictures, family pictures, are something that is tough for me, because there's a belief in Africa to not destroy pictures of somebody that's alive. I learned to let go of those, and I throw, guys, boxes of pictures. Getting rid of some of the things may feel like a sense of loss, because I've lost my mom and I'm holding on to this. And I felt that giving these away, I don't know, it's like losing her even more, not having something to remember her by. But guys, these were in a box somewhere. I haven't seen these things for I don't know how many months, okay? I don't look at them ever. She's here in my heart. This is where she's located, the memories of her. And that definitely don't need things, the weight of all of these things to remember her by, right? And this is why I gave up and gave away the luggage of stuff that I had from her house, and I'm left with this. And even this, it's still hard for me to get rid of those. But our loved ones, right, are here, okay? We don't need the stuff. We don't need the weight of the stuff, the clutter that we keep to remember them. I know it's hard, but it's true. And you guys know Marie Kondo about asking yourself, is that bring value to my life, right? Do I really need it? Do I really use it? Okay. And if the answer no, then you need to let go, because if I'm talking about this, it's no, 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 and no. I have no value apart from sentimental. I will never use them. And so the answer is no. But if the answer is yes for you, okay, it's really asking yourself hard questions and answering them honestly. And one thing that really helping me to be somehow ruthless about the decision to keep or leave, keep or donate the things is the Swedish Death Cleaning ways of, downsizing your stuff. It's all about decluttering with a sense of responsibility to not burden your loved one when you're not here anymore. I've put that video about the fact that I didn't want to do that to my children, right? Where, I've already asked them while I'm alive. I said, do you want this? They say no. But because I can't let go, should I keep it in my stuff? And they will have to look after those stuff and sort them later on. So this is why what I love about the Swedish Death Cleaning is the fact that it's taking responsibilities for your stuff while you are alive and not leaving that burden for your family. I'm working through them all the time to make sure that my kids, my husband, my family are not burdened when I'm not here anymore. It may sound morbid to talk about it, but guys, to me, it's the best. It's such a beautiful gesture of love, right? To make sure that your affairs are arranged by yourself while you are here and not, let it for your family who wouldn't know what to do with it. Okay? And who will feel the same emotional attachment and feel like, oh, they can't throw it because you're going to pass that down to your kids. I don't want that for them. So, and that's making me take a decision with these, right? No matter how hard it is, I'm sure there's a family somewhere that can use this and be happy with it. My mom will still be here. I need to part that and put that in the donate pile because we are not going to use it. That's hard though. That's hard. It's still hard to give it away. But having just spoke about the Swedish Death Cleaning and the fact that I don't want to do that to my children, just ring a bell for me. It's like, well, you actually don't even need that and use this. So why would you leave that for your children who you asked the question today? Okay, would you want that? It was Mimi. They said no. Now you're keeping it, and when it will be their time to sort it because you're not here anymore, they're gonna remember the conversation and may feel obligated to keep it because, oh, mom kept it because, and now they can't let go. Okay, and then like it's a circle. So that's what I love about that method. So I have a few steps here, okay, that I want to share with you that helped me to decide whether I keep something or let it go, okay? It has been inspired by the Swedish Death Cleaning ways and other ways like Marie Kondo's and all these people online, okay? And this is very important because it can be overwhelming if you want to tackle the entire house at the same time, right? This is very stressful if you try to do that. I tried that before, going here and there. It's important to just focus in one area. Is it the kitchen? Is it the cupboards, or the wardrobe or the bedroom, wherever, okay? Just focus on one area and even one drawer. This is what I did here on that video where I was downsizing one cupboard, and you want to watch that, it can give you an idea of what I'm talking about. It's achievable because what I did is I gave myself like a 30-minute task to sort out one cupboard, throw what I needed to throw and keep what I needed to keep. I don't sell anything, guys. Too much stress for me. and it's not worth it. I know you're like, okay, but you financially, you know, you're in financial difficulty. Would you not use the money that you'll gain by selling the thing? Yes, maybe, okay. But the trouble to go through listing, pictures, description, going to the post office, guys, I'll spend hours doing that. I'd rather focus my attention into things that can, maybe we're selling those, I can sell for £100 or $100, and maybe working online for maybe less time, I can make 200. So I choose to use my time wisely, bless people with the things that I have, and not try to sell anything, because time is money, time is precious, and I rather save my time to do things that will build on my, how do you call it, that is asset on the long run, right? On my wealth on the long run. This earning £50, £100 here, and having to go to the post office so many times to post things that will give me tenors here and there, it's not worth my time, okay? I'd rather give it, I feel more joy into giving it to people, giving them into a charity, thrift store, and make sure that another family benefit from it than trying to make money of it. Yeah. So categorize things, okay? It's more manageable, less overwhelming, and you know, it's really cutting the downsizing, the decluttering into small chunk of time. And you know, there's my friend Lona who was talking about that 5-minute cleaning, 10-minute cleaning, etc. And I think the time blocking of saying, okay, for 15 minutes I'm gonna clear that cupboard. 15 minutes goes fast and it's specific, you're only dealing with that and nothing else. It makes you go faster. I love this little challenge. So asking yourself key questions. Like, is this really aligned with my life right now, right? Not really. That's winter. It doesn't fit me. It's way too small for me. None of them will fit me. At least if they were fitting me, that I could force myself to wear them, or just find love into wearing them. It's winter, that could be nice to wear, right? But they don't fit me, so they don't align with my life right now. Do I really use that regularly? No, I don't, never. You know, I don't know what's another question you can ask yourself, but ask yourself key questions, right? And if the answer is no or maybe, then give it away, right? Unless it's something that you use almost every day, because my channel is about Gen Xers and over 50s in general. So this is something that I want to keep because, you know, it's useful and it looks cute on my videos. The third step is about letting go of what is a duplicate in your house. If you have multiple of the same thing, like how many bread makers does one need? I have these two, okay, and I have them for over, oh my goodness, a very long time ago. My kids were still in kindergarten, in primary school, even in nursery, and so I haven't used them for a very long time. I've reused them like 2 or 3 weeks ago. We do not need 2 of them. The reason I kept those because I saw this one could go to Cameroon because we have several houses there, and that's where we're supposed to, that's where we want to go retire. So, but the truth is, in Cameroon, electricity is not that good, and they have their own way of making bread, the traditional way. And I want to experience that instead of keeping those 2 things, right? So when keeping something, you have to make sure also that they're really going to add value and going to walk to wherever you're going to move to. And I want to go back to the traditional way of doing things, right? These are great. It's true that you wake up in the morning, you have the smell of bread or the smell of coffee, right? Greeting you in the morning. However, I also love the traditional way of breeding, making bread with hands and all of that. So I'm gonna get rid of this one. This one makes like a, well, they're equally the same, to be honest with you, but this one is much more simpler, and that's the one I've used the most. So I'm gonna keep this one and give away this one. I'm just going to give it away. I don't sell anything. Then, how many of these do I need? Those graters, right? I have two. This is the one we use all the time. So this needs to go to the donate pile. So downsizing is also about simplifying your life, right? And removing everything that excess in your life. It's a journey when you downsize. It's not something that you do in one day. And the good thing for us is, as we're selling the house, I don't think we're going to be out of this house maybe before January, February, March, depending on how the sale goes. Because in the UK, it can take 3 months for the exchange. Sometimes it's shorter, sometimes it's 6, 7 months, 7 weeks. It's better to do that now that we have the time to do it than rushing at the last second. And what's happened at the last second is like you stress and you're just throwing things in the box. You don't take the time to really measure whatever you're keeping with you. Is it necessary? Is it something that you really need? Is it useful? But the garage is going to be the hard one. It's full to the brim. It's just awful. So, but I'll show you a picture at the end. So stay till the end somewhere and insert a picture of that garage. The fourth thing is letting go of things that no longer serve you. I had some dress-up shoes, right? Today's I only wear trainers with everything. I need to be comfortable. I gave away all the shoes that I had to charity. It's also a way to clear your home, to make space for what is really valuable and let go of what's just keeping you in the past. The blazer for when I was working outside have nothing to do here today, because I will never ever return working. I know they say never say never, but never say never. Okay. Never. Guys, letting go has not been always easy for me. So I'm very proud of that journey. And guys, it felt lighter. It's so much, it's freedom when you let go. Okay, you feel free instead of being like prisoner of the past of your things, right? This is why when I travel backpack or just with a carry-on, because I don't want to be weighed down by things, because things do weigh you down, okay? The clutter that is in your house plays emotionally. It's not just a physical stuff. It plays on your emotion as well, right? Enter in a messy room and see how you feel, okay? And enter in a place where that is tidy, clean, and not cluttered with things everywhere screaming at you. And see the difference how your mood is. The more you downsize your stuff, the more you clear space in your house, the more you clear your mind, right? And as we are looking for houses in France, I've shared in that video some clips of houses that we were looking into, and there's so many choices, right? What gets me excited, it's more the experiences that I'm going to get, while moving. Not the stuff that I'm going to put in my house, okay? Not what I'm going to bring, what's in the house of I need to bring or whatever. Yeah, I kept a few things that I think are going to look cute, or practical, more rather. But it's more the experience of going to the boulangerie and ordering a baguette, right? It's just, I don't know. Being in France, having good wine, Having a fromage that costs not an arm and a leg is not just cheddar, okay? Like in the UK, I love the UK, okay, but for the food, no. So yeah, it's the experiences. So when you don't have all the stuff to carry with you, you free your brain and your life for things that are more meaningful and that are more enjoyable. And it's important to have a mindset shift about downsizing, guys. It's not about losing things, because we're like, oh, but I may need it in the future. I may, well, you can always find it and buy it, and having less things to take care of just open up, so much time for you to do other things, to enjoy family, to create memory, to play games, to go to the park and not be looking after your stuff, right? I'm looking at my office there. I'm like, okay, there's a lot to do there as well after, right? So guys, if you enjoyed this video so far and this series about our move abroad and, starting over at 50, subscribe, activate the notification bell to not miss any of the next videos that are coming on the channel about how we're preparing for the move, how we're choosing a home. I will share all of that with you, and that's why I wore my t-shirt today. Bisous de Paris, je t'aime. So what is the hardest thing about downsizing for you? What is the thing that stresses you the most when it comes to downsizing? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget, it's never too late to start over again. It's never too late for anything, right? We can start over at any time because we are fabulous 50. Now, I invite you to watch this video where we are talking about why we are downsizing and moving back to France. Welcome to the oral show, aka my garage. I always put a line, well arranged, but when everyone is looking for something, it becomes like that. So I'm gonna be quick because it's too cold. I can't find my Christmas things. I used to have 2 Christmas trees and a lot of decoration. I gave them away. So I now have a tiny tree and just like, this is 1 box. It said Christmas on it. And then I have another tiny one. Right. That's Christmas. Okay. I did store them in 2020 and I have just a small tree that I put in the lounge. So now, Vlogmas and Christmas can start, well, on the 7th, after my daughter's birthday. But to pre-record and batch record, a lot of light here, and batch record for Vlogmas, I'm gonna set up a little area near my desk.